and to make them fly to the bank building to scout the route and then send the UGVs along the route to detect mines and obstacles. Unfortunately, the first problem we had with the micro-aerial vehicles appeared to be communication. We were unable to maintain communication with our MAVs even within about 20 metres, which we feel was some kind of interference on the 2.4 gigahertz spectrum. So that really put paid to any attempt with MAVs. While we were attempting that, we then decided to send out our UGVs as fast as we could. So the first UGV set off and made its way to cover position A1 without too much drama. After reaching the covered position there, we tried to send it further, but found that the video transmission capabilities were entirely possible. So we then attempted to send out the second UGV, and it went a little bit further, and again the communications, the video transmission did not reach as far as we expected. During testing, we found a communication range of 1 kilometre, so we're still trying to determine the reason for a lack of range in the competition. Finally, we sent out the third UGV, which was able to move to cover position A1 and then move on to cover position B3, I think it was, to the right-hand side. And along that link, we were able to successfully disarm the mine, spotting it purely through manual visual means, which we expected to be difficult, but wasn't too hard. And from there, we were able to move on to cover position C3, and eventually halfway between C3 and D3, without detecting any obstacles or lines on the way. And again, video transmission became a major problem with the third one.
Yeah, and unfortunately, during the demonstration around 30 minutes, we have power hole and all of the desktop computers shut down, and then it takes 5 minutes to recover. So yeah, at the end, our UGV and MAV cannot go further. And let me explain our MAV design. We have servo sensor like IMU, GPS, camera, video transmitter, and the design of our MAV is called ZSL helicopter. And because it's fully used the cross section of 30 cm sphere to generate lift force, it can generate a very high lift force, 455 grand lift force. And because it has a weight fiber attached to the top base, which makes the system very stable mechanically, so we don't need a very complicated control system to make it stable. So what we need to make it stable is one axis driver and 2 axis accelerators. And in the video, you can see the performance of our MAV in indoor and outdoor. So as you can see that the MAV can fly stably in indoor in the small spaces, and also the MAV can take off from the UGV in outdoor environment and fly stably in outdoor environment. And
This slide just gives you an idea of what the UGV looks like. It was designed to be a very off-road and capable vehicle. Unfortunately, that wasn't proved to be true during the competition, as once we lost vision, the vehicle was high-centred by a rather large ridge of dirt. And since we didn't have any control ability and weren't able to visualise what was happening, we weren't able to recover from that. As you can see, the UGV contains a mount for an MAV on the front locking mechanism, so it can take off even while moving. If we had the opportunity, we would have liked to demonstrate that to you. At the rear, you can also see a directional microphone. That was designed to locate the hostages once we're close to the bank building, but unfortunately it was damaged during transit, so we weren't able to demonstrate that. But we were able to show that the UGVs were controllable, and we were able to use quite a few of them. The base station control program worked well in being able to select between them and view various video feeds there.
Explain this one.
Yeah, I think that's what we should conclude at this stage, describing what we've done. We feel it's been a very much of a learning experience, our first entry into competition. We've certainly enjoyed being here, and thanks for the opportunity to compete, and I'd like to leave it at that, so thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. All right, you guys are right on